Tonight, we step into the corners of history where the light never quite reached. Three mysteries, each quiet, each overlooked, yet each carrying a detail so strange, so out of place, that it refuses to be forgotten. Take a breath, settle in, and follow me into the shadows. It began with a boy no one could fully describe. In 1949, a young child, estimated to be around 6 years old, was seen wandering the rural roads of Waukesha County. Witnesses said he wore a faded green shirt and that he never spoke a word, not to anyone. Locals dubbed him the Green Boy. For 3 days, he disappeared and reappeared along the tree line, always alone, always silent, and always watching. On the fourth day, a farmer reported seeing him standing near a creek, staring into the water as if he was waiting for something to rise from it. When the authorities arrived, the boy was gone, but his footprints remained. They led straight into the creek and never came out on the other side. The little known details. A retired deputy later admitted something he had never put in the official report. The footprints didn't match any of the local children. They were too small, and the stride length was entirely too short, as if the boy had been walking with his feet turned inwards, almost pigeon-toed, in a way that suggested injury or something else entirely. There were no missing child reports. No family ever came forward, and nobody was ever found. To this day, locals say on foggy mornings, you can see a small figure in green standing by the creek, staring into the water. Mystery 2, The Woman in the Red Room. In 1983, a woman checked into a roadside motel under the name of Anna L. She carried no luggage, no ID, just a single red scarf. The motel owner remembered her because of her request of a specific room, room 17. Without even asking which rooms were available. She paid in cash, and she asked for one unusual thing. Please do not clean the room until I leave. For 2 days, she stayed inside with the curtains drawn. Guests reported hearing a woman talking softly as if rehearsing a speech or praying. On the third morning, the owner knocked to remind her that checkout time was approaching. No answer. He unlocked the door. The room was empty. But here's the mystery and where it deepens. the little known details. The bed was made perfectly, but the mirror had a single handprint on it, small, delicate, and smeared with something that looked like red dust. Not blood, not makeup, but red dust. The kind you find in the desert miles away. The scarf she carried was left behind, folded neatly on the pillow. Authorities searched for her. No fingerprints matched. No missing persons matched. And the motel's guest log showed something chilling. Her signature wasn't ink. It was written in red dust. Mystery 3. The radio caller who knew too much. In 1997, a late-night AM radio show received a call from a man who claimed he had information about an event that hadn't happened yet. He didn't sound frantic. He didn't sound unstable. He sounded resigned. He told the host he had been seeing flashes of a disaster involving a bridge, one that would collapse, not from age, but from weight. The host pressed him for details. The caller hesitated, then said, "It is not the bridge that fails. It is the people who ignore the warning." Before the host could ask more, the line cut out. The station traced the call. It came from a payphone near the Willamette River. When the police checked the area, the phone was still swinging, as if someone had just run from it. The little known details. 2 weeks later, a semi-truck overloaded with steel beams crossed the Merquam Bridge. A structural support groaned under the weight, cracking just enough to force an emergency closure. The bridge didn't collapse, but it came close. The radio station tried to find the caller again. He never called back, and the payphone he had used was removed during the construction the following year. Some believe he was a hoaxer. Others believe he was a witness to something he couldn't explain. And a few think he was trying to stop something he had already seen. Three mysteries. Three shadows in the corner of history. A boy with no name. A woman with no past. And a voice warning of a future that almost came true. Some stories fade because they are solved. And others fade because no one ever knew how to begin. But these remain unforgotten. If you enjoyed the information that I've put out today, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.